Baltimore. The atmosphere at Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium suddenly erupted into an extraordinary roar as the grand Arirang Tour, performed by BTS, greeted tens of thousands of devoted fans who filled every corner of the open-air arena. That night, the energy inside the stadium felt truly magical, blending with spectacular stage lighting and a sea of shimmering army bombs illuminating Baltimore's night sky. Welcome to Jimin Gallery, the home for Park Jimin fans who want to discover all the latest news, interesting facts, and stories behind the world's spotlight on Jimin. At the height of the concert euphoria, the attention of the entire audience was suddenly drawn to two members who had reportedly been involved in personal tension over the previous several days: Jimin and Jungkook. Rumors of a disagreement between the two had caused fans around the world to become concerned, especially after reports circulated that they had allegedly gotten into an argument backstage ahead of this US concert. However, on the Grand Arirang Tour stage that night, all speculation about their alleged tension seemed to disappear, replaced by a much deeper emotional dynamic. Jimin and Jungkook performed with tremendous professionalism, delivering highly energetic choreography while putting genuine emotion into every song they performed alongside the other members. As the concert approached its midpoint, the atmosphere began to loosen and interactions among the members became more relaxed. Then, the moment everyone had been waiting for, and one that shocked the audience, finally happened in front of the public. Jimin, who during rehearsals and over the previous few days had appeared quieter and more distant, suddenly made a move that absolutely no one expected, including the production crew working backstage. At that moment, a mid-tempo song played softly, giving the BTS members an opportunity to walk closer to fans along the sides of the main stage. Jungkook appeared to be standing and smiling toward the audience on the right side, enjoying the cheers echoing throughout the stadium without noticing Jimin moving behind him. Without warning, Jimin quickly approached Jungkook with an unmistakably spontaneous and heartfelt gesture. His sudden movement immediately caught the attention of the main camera, which projected the scene onto the giant screens, causing thousands of people in the stadium to hold their breath as they watched what the lead dancer was about to do to his groupmate. Rather than stepping away or showing any awkwardness because of the rumored argument that had intensified over the previous 2 days, Jimin instead opened his arms wide and tightly embraced Jungkook from behind. The unexpected hug appeared warm and sincere, conveying a sense of longing as well as an honest gesture of reconciliation in front of an international audience. Jungkook, caught completely off guard by the unexpected affection, appeared shocked and froze for several seconds on stage. His body jolted slightly forward from the force of the warm embrace that came without warning, reflecting just how little he had expected Jimin to make such an emotional gesture in the middle of the massive concert. Almost immediately, Jungkook's expression changed from surprise into a genuinely wide smile that made his eyes narrow. His spontaneous reaction was met with mass hysteria from the audience filling M&T Bank Stadium, with the roar of the crowd nearly drowning out the music playing in the background. Jimin did not stop at the tight embrace. Amid the deafening cheers, he then whispered something near Jungkook's ear. Although the words could not be clearly heard through the stage microphones, their body language immediately suggested that whatever tension or disagreement had existed over the previous 2 days had come to an end in that moment. Jungkook then returned Jimin's embrace, wrapping his arms around Jimin's back and holding him tightly for several seconds beneath the dramatic stage spotlights. Their mutual embrace reaffirmed the strong bond of friendship between them while seemingly putting to rest the rumors of a rift that had worried fans in recent days. The other BTS members, who witnessed the moment from different areas of the stage, also smiled warmly as they watched the meaningful interaction between Jimin and Jungkook. Jin and V even appeared to deliberately give the two enough space to enjoy their reconciliation in front of the concert's main cameras. The touching moment quickly went viral across international social media platforms shortly after the concert ended. Fans enthusiastically shared video clips capturing the exact moment Jimin embraced Jungkook, making it one of the most widely discussed topics around the world within just a few hours. For devoted fans, what happened at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore was not merely an ordinary on-stage incident, but rather a powerful demonstration of the members' emotional maturity in dealing with personal issues directly. The brotherly bond they had built over many years proved far stronger than a temporary rumor of an argument. The Baltimore stop of the Arirang Tour ultimately concluded on a much warmer, more emotional, and joyful note for both BTS and the tens of thousands of fans in attendance. The smiles on Jimin and Jungkook's faces throughout the remainder of the concert provided the perfect ending to what had become an unforgettable night. The unexpected incident once again demonstrated that a concert stage is not merely a place to sing and dance, but also a space where genuine emotions and bonds of friendship can be tested and openly celebrated. The interaction between Jimin and Jungkook in Baltimore will undoubtedly be remembered as one of the most iconic moments of BTS's current world tour. Although the warm onstage embrace succeeded in easing the atmosphere and putting an end to speculation about tension between them, the emotional drama unfolding behind the scenes at Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium reportedly held a much deeper and more tearful chapter yet to come. According to exclusive reports from several production staff members who asked to remain anonymous, the tension between Jimin and Jungkook that erupted 2 days before the concert was reportedly not merely a trivial disagreement, but rather an intense artistic debate over the direction of the vocal arrangements and choreography concept for their unit performance on the Arirang Tour stage. As two members known for being highly perfectionistic, both Jimin and Jungkook were determined to uphold their artistic ideals in order to deliver the best possible performance for their fans. Unintentionally, however, their determination triggered a clash of egos and physical exhaustion caused by the extremely demanding tour schedule across the United States. For 2 full days leading up to the Baltimore concert, the atmosphere in the dressing rooms and rehearsal spaces was reportedly tense and unusually cold. The two allegedly chose to focus on rehearsing separately, with very little conversation between them compared with their usual interactions. Some staff members even became concerned that the tension could affect their stage performance, considering that BTS's exceptionally high performance standards require complete cohesion and strong emotional synchronization in every song. However, the real drama reportedly unfolded backstage, just minutes before the cue for the main stage lights was given, and the members were required to prepare to ascend on the stage lift. Amid the busy crew members moving around and making final adjustments to their costumes, Jimin suddenly approached the corner of the room where Jungkook was sitting alone with his eyes closed, seemingly trying to calm himself. Without paying attention to the staff members around them, Jimin reportedly extended his right hand and said in a voice trembling intensely with emotions that had been held inside for 2 full days, "Let's settle this on stage. We're family." Jungkook reportedly fell silent after hearing those words, staring directly into Jimin's seemingly tearful eyes before finally nodding slowly with a faint smile that conveyed an enormous sense of relief amid the immense mental pressure they had been experiencing. Jimin's spontaneous decision to embrace Jungkook in front of tens of thousands of spectators at M&T Bank Stadium was apparently the culmination of that brief private conversation backstage. A wordless apology expressed not through formal statements, but through a warm embrace beneath the spectacular stage lights. The reactions of the other BTS members backstage immediately after the song ended were equally dramatic. J-Hope and RM reportedly welcomed the two with enthusiastic applause and hugs as soon as they came off stage. Some production staff even claimed to have seen tears of relief rolling down Jimin's cheeks as he walked toward the dressing room, apparently feeling that the heavy burden weighing on his heart for the previous 2 days had finally been lifted completely thanks to Jungkook's warm response. This behind-the-scenes story quickly spread among the fans' inner circles, transforming the Baltimore concert from merely another stop on the tour into a chapter of emotional growth, one that demonstrated how the friendship among the BTS members could endure even the most difficult emotional storms. With the tension reportedly coming to an end, a new chapter of the Arirang Tour is expected to unfold with even greater emotional depth, leaving an everlasting memory in the hearts of the fortunate audience members who witnessed this historic moment in Baltimore that night. Baltimore, the atmosphere at Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium suddenly erupted into an extraordinary roar as the Grand Arirang Tour, performed by BTS, greeted tens of thousands of devoted fans who filled every corner of the open-air arena. That night, the energy inside the stadium felt truly magical, blending with spectacular stage lighting and a sea of shimmering army bombs illuminating Baltimore's night sky. Welcome to Jimin Gallery, the home for Park Jimin fans who want to discover all the latest news, interesting facts, and stories behind the world's spotlight on Jimin. At the height of the concert euphoria, the attention of the entire audience was suddenly drawn to two members who had reportedly been involved in personal tension over the previous several days: Jimin and Jungkook. Rumors of a disagreement between the two had caused fans around the world to become concerned, especially after reports circulated that they had allegedly